Hey everybody, it's James Rattlesnake Defense. Today I have something new for you. This is the Rossi 410 single shot 45 long Colt pistol. This is going to be really good for snake or a great many other things. Just a little single shot, super simple. They just re-released these. If you guys remember, there was a company called Comanche that used to make one very similar to this a few years ago. They've long since been out of business. Of course, H&R and some other companies made some versions of this, but it's back again, and we're going to check it out today, so stay tuned. Alright, so we've talked about the various versions of this. This is a lot lighter and more nimble than the ones I've held before. I have sold these kinds of guns for years and years. I remember when Comanche came out, and I remember when they disappeared too, which, by the way, if you have one of those, you should probably look them up on Gunburger. It's worth more than you think. But today we just have a little single shot 410. We're going to give it a go, see what it does, see if we're as happy as this as we are with some of the others we've had in the past. Soft grip on the back, plastic, good grip. It's got a rail built onto it. It's not just for the sight, so you can still aim. Of course, single action, you got to pull the hammer back. Standard safety on the side. I mean, there's not much for me to say about this. It is what it is. So, let's get us a 410 shell and see what we think. As of me recording this, 410 shells have been a little hard to come by in my area. I don't know about everybody's. I imagine it's kind of like that everywhere. It's getting better now, but for the last 6 months or so, you've had a hard time finding 410 shells, of all things. Even me as a dealer. Alright. First shot through the Rossi. Well, does what it's supposed to do. Now I just need to try a 45 Colt. Now, of course, this gun doesn't have chokes or anything like some of the previous versions. It's rifled all the way to the end, so there's no screw in, screw out chokes or anything I have to worry about. So you can just go back and forth between 45 long Colt and 410. Let's try a swinger out there at about 50. We'll see. I'll be damned. This thing might be more fun than I think. Let's set a target up. See what that does. Alright, so I'll put a target up. This thing shoots pretty well. I'm not going to bore you with the target shots like I usually do, because I don't think that most of you are going to be firing this with 45 Colt in it. I think you're more interested in the 410, because that's what makes it interesting. But, just as evidence, I got some targets out there a little ways. You'd be surprised. This thing actually shoots pretty well. And once you get the hang of it, you could do pretty good with it. So, that being said, the main reason that somebody's going to want something like this is for something like a snake or something of that nature, because it'll shoot 410s. Now, I did fire a 410 at my target out here at about 10 yards, and of course it's like little dots all over it. Not any good. So we're going to get a little bit closer. We're going to see what happens. Alright, so this is the kind of range I figure this is for. I got 410. I got number 6 shot, 2.5, pretty standard stuff. That is why you'd want something like this. The pattern at this range, even this close, is this big around, blowing the middle plumb out of it. If you have small varmint or anything of that nature, this is exactly what you'd want to deal with it. So let's put our little, we got our little solo cup. We're mad at solo cups today. He's a snake. Oh, come on. Jerk. Snake, this distance. You don't want to get bit, but you're close enough. You can throw this up, and you're going to smoke him. Which is exactly what this is going to be good for. Don't get me wrong, there's still some serious applications for defense. I mean, I don't want to hit with this if it's close enough. Of course, you can still got the 45 Colt, so you can deal with bigger stuff, but this is a pretty good versatile woods gun. It's stupid reliable, it's stupid simple, and I don't know, I mean, anything you want to shoot at, you got something you could load in it to do the job with. I mean, really, I don't know what else to say about this thing, except that if you're somebody that has a need for something like this, then this is the perfect thing for you. It's cheap. I think it's like 200 bucks. So they're not very much money. It's really simple. It's pretty lightweight. It's mostly plastic. I mean, it feels a little cheap, but it doesn't matter. That hole right yonder says that it doesn't really matter. So if this is something you're in the market for, you know, I'm going to keep this one kind of short because I don't know what you want me to say. It's 410, it's little, it's very portable. You can shoot 45 Colts out of it. I mean, it actually shoots pretty straight at a reasonable distance. The trigger pull's fine. The sights work great. You can put your red dot on it if you want to. That's all I have to say about that. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. See you next time.